Welcome to Alive and Thriving. If you are a female founder, a entrepreneur who is ready to use energetics in the most powerful way that I have personally put into practice in my day-to-day life, then today's episode is for you. If you are ready to not only write down your goals and set your action tasks, but actually create a vibrational frequency that is going to help you to achieve your goals and to not even just achieve your goals. Like to me, that doesn't even feel big. It is to embody the version of you who is living, breathing that level of success, that level of peace, that level of satisfaction, that level of ease, whatever it is that you are bringing into your world, then you are definitely going to want to listen to this episode today because I am going to teach you a really powerful technique that no, I have not made it up. It is not mine to claim. I don't even know who initially this would have come from, but I know it is something that I have learned many years ago, and I have been practicing and learning to master so that now I really feel like I can share it with you. And this technique is something that I mentioned in last week's episode. If you have not yet listened to that, in last week's episode, we were talking about the energetics behind profit. And I told you last week that I would teach you my process for future pacing. So, hello there, beautiful. Welcome back to Alive and Thriving. If you are brand new here, welcome. My name is Jessica. I am an alternative therapist and a business mentor for female founders, entrepreneurs who are ready to be their most successful selves. And we do this together by aligning your inner world and your external desires through my three energies of success framework, which is energetic evolution, healing, and strengths led strategy. So, today we're going to dive a little bit more into the evolution, the energetic evolution space, which of course is your emotions, your nervous system, your energetic capacity to hold, your vibrational frequency, your thoughts that influence all of these things. This is where we work on you becoming the woman who holds that successful, that sustainable. I think we forget sometimes when we are looking for success, and especially with all of the bro marketing techniques out there, with all of the hustle culture that is still so much around us, with all of the people who are out there saying that, they're not in the hustle culture, but then they are teaching you to hustle culture. With all of this, I think that we can actually really forget that sustainable business has so many aspects to it. Obviously, systems and processes and all of those things are one, but sustainable also includes your ability to hold it, your health, your well being, your nervous system's capacity. So if you are building a successful, defining your version of success, a sustainable, which is obviously one that is not going to burn you out, one that is not going to take away from your family time, from the things that you love, that is scalable long term, which of course is the pillar that I really help women work towards, then you are going to want to be that woman who can implement those things, not just set your goals on paper and take actionable steps towards them, which of course is so important. We take aligned action. But ultimately, as we have spoken about in other episodes, if your subconscious, your inner world, your internal resources do not hold the capacity for you to actually feel safe in holding what it is that you are bringing in, then it is going to fall short. You might get there and then you'll sabotage. And if you've been in these repeated patterns, or maybe you've gotten to that level of success and then you realize that your mental health and your physical health and your emotional health has fallen apart, then there are definitely things that we need to be looking at and working on within you. So let's talk about future pacing because this is such a powerful tool to not just help you visualize your goals, because visualization in itself is really powerful, but This is so much deeper than just visualizing. And I'm going to get into why in a moment and explain how it works before I actually take you through my I think it's 6 steps. There's 5 or 6 steps. There's 5 or 6 steps, and I'm going to take you through them one by one so that you can then go and practice this for yourself. So let's start to explore what future pacing actually is. Now, you may have heard the term mental rehearsal as well. There are a lot of people who call it mental rehearsal, but future pacing or mental rehearsal is essentially a visualization technique that involves you imagining yourself in the future, having, already receiving, already embodying your desired outcome. Okay. So by vividly visualizing what it is that you want to be bringing into your world, this could be your goal. It could even just be an internal state. You can train your mind to believe that it's possible and you can attract it into your reality. Now, there's a few different levels that this is going to work on, and I'm going to speak to those briefly now. So, when we're future pacing, as I said, it involves you mentally stepping into a future scenario. But because I said it is more than just visualizing, you will hear when I go through my process that we go so much deeper than just visualizing with your energy. And I will explain all of that shortly. So it involves stepping into a future scenario and actually experiencing it like as if it's already happening. And this can take a lot of practice because when you have spent a really long time in your head, and your brain is there and it's being all logical and it's being all analytical and it's programmed for negative bias. So it's going to be like, you haven't got this. This isn't possible. You've tried this before and it didn't work. All of those stories, all of those things can get in the way. So if you are thinking about using future pacing, I want you to look at this as an opportunity to practice. It is an opportunity to be a skill for you to master, for you to get better at. So don't just try it once and think, "Oh my god, this doesn't work for me," or "I can't get into it." Okay? And of course, you can work with a mentor. I will create guided visualizations for guided future pacings for my clients based on exactly what they tell me their emotional experiences are, what they're seeing, what they're feeling, like really using their words because there's no point me putting in my words into this. There's absolutely no point. It's not going to connect to you on the emotional level that you need it to. I'm actually doing that with someone tonight. The first thing that we're doing is future pacing into her desired reality, which is to be living in a different country. And we're going to future pace that. So, from a brain level, future pacing is working by activating your reticular activating system, also known as your RAS. I have a whole episode on this I can find and link. And this basically filters information based on your beliefs and based on your expectations. So, from this lens, when you are visualizing your desired outcome, you are essentially reprogramming your RAS to seek out opportunities and experiences that align with that goal. It is essentially creating a pathway of possibility, a blueprint in your brain. It's a little bit like when you play Spotto or you go, and if you are not a parent, your kids are older and you don't remember what Spotto is. Spotto is where you basically, every time you see a yellow car on the road, you shout Spotto. I don't really know the outcome. I don't know if there's more rules. You can come and let me know. Come and let me know in the comments below or on Instagram if there is more to the point of this game. My kids just keep some ridiculous score that honestly does not reflect how many Spottos I have actually seen. I think they're cheating, but basically, when you are telling your brain that we are going to spotto every yellow car that we see, what happens is you start to notice the yellow cars. Now, I never knew so many people drove yellow cars. I never knew. I never knew. I never noticed. You might notice something like this, going with the car example, like you have gone to buy a new car and you have decided that you wanted to get, I don't know, I actually don't know cars, so this is so hard. You might have decided that you wanted to get a new Tesla, maybe a new Land Cruiser, maybe Palisade, that's one. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. That's on my vision board at the moment. I don't know why. I just really want it. So maybe this is what you've decided. And then all of a sudden, you see them everywhere. You are noticing. And this is because you have made this aware in your reticular activating system. So, by telling your brain what to focus on, you are going to focus and you're going to be looking for that. You've created a pathway of possibility. It is the same. A lot of people, I hear a lot of objection when it comes to things like affirmations or morning intention setting, where, you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself how you want your day to go. And for some people who struggle with that, I hear some people say things like, yeah, but it doesn't happen that way, or I struggle with these affirmations, or I'm struggling with my intention. What you need to understand is that by doing that, you are telling your brain what to look for. And so if you wake up and the first thing in your mind is, it's going to be a really tough day today, it's going to be so busy, I'm back to back with my clients, or, oh, another day where I don't have a full calendar, or whatever the story is that you are telling yourself, or another day I don't have time to exercise, or I don't know what your stories are. But when you wake up and you are telling yourself these stories, and that's the first thing where you're thinking, oh, I've got to deal with that client today, then that is what you are telling your brain to look for. And then maybe we've all heard it in The Secret. You get out of bed and you stub your toe, and then you're focused on that negative bias, and then you're running late, and then it's one thing after another, and your brain is just, this is being reaffirmed. So when we are future pacing, just like when we're visualizing, just like when we're intention setting, we are telling our brain what to look for and creating a pathway of possibility. So then from an energetic perspective, this process is allowing you to align with your vibrational frequency. It is aligning, your vibrational frequency with your desired outcome. And this allows you to attract it into reality. The law of attraction states that like attracts. Law of vibration states that it attracts the same vibration. And so we need to really think about, where does these vibrational frequencies come from? It comes from our emotions. Now, our emotions are a brilliant communication system. This is not about never feeling negative emotions. And if you are new here, then you may not know that one of my biggest core messages is helping you to feel safe. One of my biggest core missions is helping you to feel safe, to feel your emotions, to experience them, to feel them, to not fear them, to have healthy emotional experiences. So this is not about that. But this is about you intentionally aligning your vibrational frequency with the outcome as if you have already received it, which means that we don't put conditions on, I'll be happy when I get that thing. We choose to be happy now. We choose to find a way to feel the gratitude, to feel the abundance, to feel the happiness now. And I touched on this last week. And then this is how we start to attract more of this into our reality. So when we're future pacing, we're visualizing our success, or we're visualizing driving that new car, or having our calendar full of our dream clients, or sitting in front of our brand new group program, or we're visualizing the numbers in our bank account, or the experiences that we will get to personally have because of that. I have this very particular vision that I keep stepping into, and I can feel it. And so again, we are creating a blueprint, but this time not just for our mind to follow, but for our universe to follow. For the universe to actually go, okay, we are in this like attracts like, we're in this vibrational receptivity, and we can bring in more. She is ready to hold that. So when we are future pacing, we are bringing our awareness, we are using our third eye. Now, a lot of people would just say visualize, we're not connecting up to our third eye. There is a lot of research now on the pineal gland, which is a small pea-sized structure located deep within the brain. And there's a lot of research now that is shedding its light. Let me try speaking again. Shedding light on its role in visualization. So the pineal gland produces melatonin, which obviously is a hormone that regulates sleep wake cycles, but it also plays a really significant role in our spiritual and in our intuitive experiences. And there are many studies that are coming out now that have shown that the pineal gland can be activated through meditation, through visualization, and other practices that are potentially, I'll say potentially just because, I'm not like making promises here, but it works. Oh my gosh. So that are enhancing, potentially enhancing or enhancing our ability to manifest it is that we truly want to be bringing into our world. And remember, when we are looking and talking about bringing these things in, we're talking about manifesting. It's not always going to be exactly as you tell it to be, exactly as you say you want it to be. There are so many things that I have brought into my world that are a version of what I've manifested, but what it has in common is the way that I feel and the internal experience that I am having. Because the thing about manifestation, and this isn't a lesson on manifestation here, that's not my core teaching. What I'm really wanting to do here today is to help you to learn more about how you can create that energetic alignment within for your desires. But the thing is about manifestation is that vibration precedes manifestation. Okay. So again, it's not that thing comes into my reality and then I'm happy. I had this conversation with my daughter the other day when she was talking about receiving birthday presents. And she's, Mom, I was so excited. I received the things that I wanted. And now that excitement's kind of gone. And I don't feel that anymore. And now what? And it was a really interesting conversation to really have that right at that level of 9 years old. That, yes, because you had decided that receiving those external things was going to make you happy. And now that you've got it, your mind, your body, your expectation of happiness, or where is that going to come from? You're going to look for something else external to chase. We need to focus on how we bring these feelings in, how we create them from within, and we start there. So your vibration will precede your manifestation. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea about what future pacing is and why we do it. Why do we want to become an energetic match for what it is that we want to create in our world? Again, that is because without the internal resources, without the nervous system that feels safe enough to step out of your comfort zone and stay there, which comes from awareness of your body and what that feels like. And I teach this in Embodied Entrepreneur. It's being able to determine the difference between this is a message that something is misaligned or something is not right, and the difference between this is big and scary and stretchy. And now I need to learn how to actually find safety in that discomfort so that I can stretch to my next level. And I need to identify the beliefs that are going to want to sabotage me straight back so that I can release them, reprogram them, potentially heal anything within or any child work within that is stopping me from embodying this. Energy management or energetic evolution in my three energies of success is so, so essential. And so, this becoming this vibrational match is about you really connecting in, really connecting emotionally, really connecting with your senses, really telling your brain and your body, like, I've been there before. So, therefore, this is possible for me. And I really believe, I truly believe that you cannot bring into your reality something that is not possible for you. I don't believe that you can visualize it. I don't believe that you can connect emotionally to it if it's not already there for you to take, for you to take aligned action to step into. So let's go through my step by step guide to future pacing. And I really want to hear, guys, let me know in the comments below if you are watching this on YouTube. Let me know in my DMs if you are listening to this on your favorite streaming platform. And by the way, please share this with someone. All of that really helps. But let me know, have you tried future pacing before? And the technique that I'm about to share with you, have you done it like this? I would love to hear what has worked for you, what hasn't worked for you. Come and let me know your experience with future pacing. And of course, if you're going to try it as well, if it is brand new to you. So, step one when we are future pacing is to find a quiet place. Now, I've shared a lot about EFT and using EFT for emotional healing. By the way, you can download my free EFT guide for having a stress free launch experience. It has audios that are going to help you to come back into your body, to squash that imposter syndrome, to find comfort in a new level of income, all the things that we experience when we are launching. EFT tapping is amazing for emotional regulation. So you can download that. It is completely free. The reason I share that with you is because when we are using a tool like EFT, it doesn't matter about finding a quiet place. We can do it in a place where there's distractions because we are using the physical connection of tapping on your meridians. Now, when we are future pacing, we do want to find a quiet place. We want to be in a place where we are not going to be disturbed so that we can keep our focus on our third eye, so that we can keep our focus on our projection. And I'll explain what all of this means in a minute. So, once you've found your quiet place, you are going to connect into your body. You're going to take your brain to a meditative state. Now, if this is not something that you know how to do with ease, if it's something that you are still practicing, I'm going to give you a really simple way to do that. Use your breath. And I know that just sounds like so cryptic. Use your breath, but here is what you're going to do. As you inhale, you're going to count the number 1. And as you exhale out your mouth, you're going to count the number 2. Then you're going to inhale 3, obviously in your head, and exhale 4. Inhale 5, exhale 6. And you'll do that nice and slowly until you get to 10. And then you're just going to observe your breath, noticing the sound of it. That's going to bring you into your body. So taking some time to just really come into your body, come out of your head. Your head might want to rush this process. Don't rush it. This is all a part of us finding somatic safety, being able to actually sit in your body. And sometimes that means spending some time to really let go of what's going on in your head. So, step 1 is finding a quiet place and using your breath to come into your body. Step 2 is bringing your attention and your awareness to your third eye. Now, of course, this is the space just between your eyebrows. And as you bring your awareness to this, you might even like to imagine that you are bringing your inhaled breath up to this space. You can take your eyes under your eyelids up there as well, bringing all of your attention and your awareness into this area. And as you do this, you might even feel a warmth or pressure. And as you bring your awareness to your third eye, you might like to imagine, or you will imagine, here I am bringing in my meditation language, you will imagine a golden light. Imagine that there is a golden light that is starting to come from that portal. Because what we are doing is we want to open the portal to your future self. So bringing all of your attention and awareness to your third eye and then opening up that portal with the golden light. Now, step 3, you will step yourself through that portal. You will see yourself, and some people struggle to really see. And so maybe that is getting more of a sense or a feeling or just an inner knowing that you're there. But if you can see yourself as if you are watching yourself on a movie screen, as if you are looking at this thing that you have already created, don't see yourself getting there. Don't look for the steps. Look for yourself standing on the balcony of that oceanfront property. Look for yourself sitting there presenting to your Zoom room full of your ideal clients in your group program. See yourself on the beach playing with your kids, healthy, moving, like you have your goal, your desire. You have that in your mind. You know what that is. And what I really encourage you to do, particularly if you are looking for a business goal or you're looking for a financial goal, see the result of what it is you're going to experience. If your business was financially profitable and successful and you were paying this really great wage to yourself and you were supporting charities and you had your dream home or you were traveling with your family, see what it is. Don't just see the money because you can, but I think don't just see the money. See the experience that this is going to be happening. See yourself driving that car. See yourself speaking on that stage. See yourself doing this. This is your future self. I want you to see it as if this was on a movie screen. So, step 3 was stepping through the portal and seeing your future self. Then, what we're going to do, and this is a really important step that is going to really define the difference between visualizing and future pacing or mental rehearsal. What we're going to do now is with your breath, you are going to bring your energy, depending on your beliefs, you're bringing your soul up through your body, and then you are bringing it up into your third eye. And on your exhale, she is coming out into your future self. And now, as you have sent that energy up, that is step 4 and out. Step 5 is to sit in this experience. And how long do we sit in it for? That's a great question. Thanks for asking. We sit in this experience. Maybe if you're a beginner, start with 5 minutes. Maybe if you're struggling to really connect to it, sit there for 10 minutes. You sit in this experience until you feel those emotions. And now, for some of us, particularly if you've been practicing this, I can get into this emotional state in a couple of seconds. As soon as I am there, I feel it. My eyes well up. My nose tingles. Sometimes I get a lump in my throat. Sometimes I just have like tears of joy coming down my face. I feel the lightness in my body. I feel the emotions that I am feeling in this moment. And I know that I've connected to that vibrational frequency. And that for me happens faster when I send my energy up. And if I just leave my energy in my body, then I'm in my head and I'm trying to visualize that and I'm trying to imagine what it feels like. But if I am there and I've sent my energy over and I am watching my future self in this reality that is already there waiting for me and I'm feeling that, oh my gosh, it is beautiful. So you sit in this space and you smell it and you taste it and you touch it and you really feel, and this is you coming into that vibrational energy, vibrational frequency, sorry, of what you are trying to bring into your world. Okay, so step 5, you stay there until you feel it. And then step 6 is to come back. So step 6, remember we've sent our energy, we need to bring it back. So with your breath again, you're calling it back. And with your exhale, it's coming down. It's coming down into your body as you really press your feet into the ground, or you're just really pressing your bottom into the surface that's supporting you. I love to do this outside. I really love to do this outside, especially if there is some sunshine. So when my mind is going to that golden portal, that the sun actually, it feels like it's the golden portal. It just really helps. It really helps. But also it helps for the grounding to come back. I heard someone say that meditation is being able to have your head in the clouds, not meditation, so visualization, manifesting is being able to have your head in the clouds and your feet on the ground. And I just loved that. So we need to bring that energy back. That energy, that part of you that has been there, that has experienced it, and now it's going to come back in your body as a real, lived, experienced embodiment of what it is that you have called forward, what it is that you are wanting to experience. So, as far as your brain is concerned, it is real. You have a pathway. And as far as your vibrational frequency is concerned, it is a real experience that you have had, and you know what it feels like. You know what it feels like. So you bring that back. You bring it back with your breath. You close the portal and you ground back down. So you might like just to imagine the portal is just switching off and you come back down into your body. And then just sit for a moment in your body, again, connecting with the ground, just connecting back and open your eyes. Now, you may like to spend some time journaling after that, but that was our 6 steps. That is the process that I use to future pace. So I'm going to just go over those steps super quickly again, just in case you need a quick reminder. Just a summary. I'm not going to go deep. Step 1, we're finding a quiet place and we are using our breath to come into our body. And then remember, if you struggle with that, you can count 1 as you breathe in, 2 as you breathe out, all the way up to 10. Step 2, you are bringing your attention to your third eye. You are opening the golden portal so you can step into your future. Step 3, you do step in to that portal. You step out of your body into that portal, into the situation as if you are watching it on a movie screen. It is already happening. Step 4 is you are bringing your energy up. You are sending your energy, you are sending your soul out through that third eye, out into your future reality. And then step 5, you are feeling and experiencing all of the emotions that are coming with that already being real. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What am I touching? How does this feel in my body? And as I said, I can get there so quickly now. It doesn't take long for me to then be sitting in this beautiful sense of gratitude. This sense of this is so real. It's already happened. And then number 6 is we come back. We bring our breath back. We close off the portal and we ground back down into our body. So that is the process that I use for future pacing. Now, having already then experienced that vibrational frequency allows me to go about my day with a different lens. My RAS is looking for something different now. It is actually looking for possible aligned action steps. So, yes, there are more complexities then after that. You need to be able to trust your intuition. You need to trust that there is a pathway in front of you. You need to be able to come out of your head enough during your day to actually make these body led decisions and make these intuitive decisions or your sacral response decisions so that you can actually take that aligned action. But please know that doing this is one of the fastest ways for you to call into your reality what it is that you want to be experiencing. So please come and let me know if you will be using future pacing in your daily morning routine, maybe in your evening before you go to bed, so that you can start to create even more of the sensations, the experiences, the internal resources. We've talked a lot about limiting beliefs. We've talked a lot about child healing. We have talked about so many different aspects of this energy management, this energetic evolution. So let's now also make sure that we are helping our vibrational state, that we are helping that beautiful energetic body or that energetic field to really help us call in what it is that we want to attract. And if this really resonated with you, then please, as I said, share this with a beautiful friend who needs to hear this. Share this, tag me. Absolutely would love to hear your takeaways and your experience with future pacing. And I cannot wait to see you on next week's episode. Again, you can download my free stress-free launch kit, which is my EFT meditations for a stress-free launch so that you can really help that emotional capacity in your energy management strategy. And of course, if you are wanting to look at your limiting beliefs, so you are wanting to learn how to really embody your future self, then the Embodied Entrepreneur Program is where you need to be. And there is a link to that directly below. So you can go and check that out. Let me know if you have any questions. My DMs are always open for you. So until next week, I cannot wait to see you again. Thank you so much for joining me.
that's a wrap on today's episode. Feeling inspired to explore your inner world and reach your full potential? We'd love to hear from you. Subscribe for more, leave a review, and share your takeaways on Instagram at jessica.reed.ilc. Until next time, keep thriving.